How I keep myself motivated while working a regular job. For those of you who don't know, I do have a full-time job Monday through Friday. It's pretty much like all day. I wake up, I go to work, and then I come home and I work until the wee hours of the morning. The way that I keep motivated is the same thought that I've always had since I was a young child, and I never wanted to work a full-time job. So, despite the fact that I have one, it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. And my ultimate dream job is to be as creative and out there as I can. Hence why I do music, art, visual artistry, and gaming, and all this other stuff. It's super fun for me to do. It is a way for me to relax, and the way that I stay motivated is just keeping the thought in my mind that one day I will be able to do something creative and help people and just do something that I'm passionate about. Honestly, my hair is not that great. Today it's definitely not because I kind of just woke up and ran to work, but normally I actually just switched to this shampoo bar from Lush, and it's awesome. And I don't wash my hair that often. Probably wash it like maybe once or twice a week, just because it was so bad, and I like to let the oil soak in, just to give it like its health back. And I used to put a lot of mousse in it, but I haven't really been putting that much in it now since I'm growing it back out. But yeah, I just kind of like wake up and go. If you can let me know, then I'll let you know. It's been scientifically proven that you need 11. 11 purple oranges. Science. This one wasn't really an ask. I just really wanted to throw it in there and say that you, on top of all people, Matthew, and like everybody else that says such positive words to me, it means a lot, and I really just wanted to say thank you. It's the reason why I keep going. A not so popular movie that I actually greatly enjoy is called Sleuth. And it's a psychological film, and it's got two actors, Michael Caine and Jude Law. So if any of you guys have watched it or haven't watched it, rewatch that shit. It is downright incredible, and I love everything about it. It's such a mindfuck, and you have to watch it like a few times in order to understand what's actually going on, and I love movies like that. I don't know, Gamer JB. When are we gonna be doing a collab together? Get off your ass and play some games with me. Depending on the picture, it takes sometimes a while or sometimes not that long. I know I've answered this for you personally, but for everybody else that wants to ponder about the art that I do, if it's just like a rough sketch or an ink sketch or anything like that I could do with hand, probably takes like a couple of hours to a day. Depending on the details and how intricate it is. And if it is a digital piece that I love doing, could take anywhere from like a day, depending if I have the time, to like a month. Also depending if I have the time. Some go faster than others, some don't go faster than others. Like the Morgan Ainsland one that I started, I sketched that out I think January of 2014 and started working on it digitally around like June, early summer of 2014, probably earlier than that, and then finished it at the end of summer of 2014. So I mean that, is about a half year's work, but because of my real job and projects and stuff that I've been doing off to the side, sometimes I forget and kind of push things back, so they just tend to sit on my computer for a while. But yeah. This also wasn't a question, but I wanted to say thank you as well. When I received this message, it made me, in a very dark time, I guess. A dark period. I was going through some struggles late last year, And when I saw this comment, it basically like flat out, when I had the idea of just kind of abandoning the gaming stuff, it it brought back the hope and a renewed faith that I could keep going with what I'm doing, because it is something that I love to do. And making you guys smile is, a top priority of mine. I love, making people happy, making people smile, and just receiving kind words like this, it brought such happiness to me, and want to say that you guys are the reason why I am doing the channel in the first place. And I just want to make the content all for you, and let you guys see a creative side and bring new ideas to you, and influencing other people in a good, creative way. So thank you so much for your kind words, and once again, you guys are the reason why I am doing what I do. Again, this is one of the good comments that I got, and I really, really appreciate it. There's been many, many more of these comments too floating around or around the internet, but I only got the chance to save a few of them, and I want to say thank you again. So, on a serious note, I have been gaming since I was about 5 years old, I think. Mother was the one that introduced me to gaming, and she gave me the old school black and white Game Boy that I love, and I still have somewhere. Ever since then, she was buying us, the Game Boy cartridges and stuff, and me and my brother would sit there for hours and just play, and we would have competitions with each other to see who could beat, Link's Awakening first, and obviously he did, because I sucked at games back then. But I would have much rather gone outside or play with dolls, or, did whatever I did when I was little, draw on the walls, that kind of thing. But yeah, my mother is the one that first started getting me into gaming, and my brother kind of kept that hope going for me. And then I remember in middle school, because growing up was really, really rough. We moved around a lot, and the only thing that was really, really stable was kind of the games. People come and go and all that unfortunate stuff. So that was our way of bonding at the time. And so, we would just go and play the games for hours, and then my stepfather had a Sega that my mother had bought him, and me and my brother were the ones that were playing on it most of the time and stuff like that. And I remember that in middle school, when I would get home, I would instantly, after I did my homework, I would instantly rush in when my mom got home, and I would watch her play Diablo and StarCraft, and I fell in love. I was just like, these are cool, my mom plays these kind of games, and she turned me on to Blizzard, and she would always let us play on the computer, growing up, and first starting to play computer games. I would play Math Munchers, and so I was really, really young, and I would play all these educational games, and I, once again, just that love was still there. It would just kind of go into hiatus mode because of everything else that was going on in life, and a lot of the stuff that I didn't understand. And so she kept getting me these puzzle games and educational games, and I just, my love and love and love grew. And then it wasn't until she got me and my brother our own computers, because we would be hogging, computer time from each other and stuff. And so then I started investing in my own games, and I think one of the very first games that I bought myself was, besides Pokemon for the Game Boy and stuff, on PC, the very first game that I bought was Fear. And that's because my brother was just like, I got a game that'll scare the piss out of you, kind of. And playing Fear, I loved playing FPS games after that. So me and my brother would then, we bought each other CSS, and we would play online and stuff together. And then he started branching off and getting more into Minecraft and Blizzard-based games, and I went to the indie route and, Steam Valve-based route, and we have kind of come back again, and we're now both playing on Steam platform, and, I'm still within the indie games, and I record my games and stuff, and he plays all the time, but he doesn't record them, and I'm trying to get him to, and I'm trying to get him to collab with me on some videos and stuff. But so I've been gaming since I was really, really young, and I would occasionally steal my brother's Legend of Zelda games, and I mean, now I've got my own DS and I carry that with me every single day. And then, you know, I've got my laptop so I can play League of Legends outside of the house, and then when I'm home I play, you know, a bunch of indie-based games and stuff for my YouTube channel. And if you guys don't know, you know, here's the YouTube channel, or if you're watching this on another, you know, form of media like Facebook or Twitter, you can catch my channel at youtube.com/Keyo Panda, and that is where I put a lot of my games. I also post them to my Tumblr account, and then, you know, repost them on Twitter and stuff as well, so, you know, everybody gets to see them. But yeah, so there's that. I've been using YouTube for the past like 5 to 7 years. I've had, I think, a total of 3 different accounts, and I used to just post like my con experiences, my convention experiences and stuff from, you know, many years ago. Maybe I will have the opportunity to show you guys, you know, eventually in the future if enough of you want it. So I decided to just go ahead and make a brand new YouTube, and it's broken me out of my dark shell quite a bit. If you guys don't know, like, I will, you know, explain that situation in another video if you want, but I was going through a very dark time, and just decided that I needed a form of entertainment that I could just push my creativity onto. And, you know, my channel, if you guys have seen it, it actually didn't start off as a game channel. It started off with a lot of the personal, I think one of the very first videos that I uploaded was the index card video for depression, and that has a story and a meaning all on its own. So, after posting that for a friend, long story short, a friend came up to me and confided in me that he had tried committing suicide, and I made this video after, you know, seeing the idea posted before, for using index cards. And I wasn't a very boisterous person, and I don't like sitting there and talking for long periods of time and whatnot, or didn't like it. So I made these index cards to tell a story. I made that video for him specifically, and right when I had given it to him, he told me that it gave him so much light. It brought, you know, tears to his eyes, and, you know, the fact that somebody truly cared about him enough to make a video and support, like, the change of heart that he had, and, you know, the fact that there's a reason for him to keep going, and, you know, all this other mushy stuff, it made me think that, you know, maybe that's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to make educational videos. Even though I wasn't talking, I figured that the story would tell itself through, you know, my note cards. Games was, I think, the very last thing that I started. Playing the games brought so much more joy to me than, you know, writing scripts, or, you know, because it's all improv. And it broke me out of my shell. It gave my voice back to me. It let other people see really, really awesome games. Like, when I saw games for the first time, I always thought of big name companies like Nintendo or Blizzard or you know, all that kind of stuff, and I didn't know about these little indie-based games. Like, I knew that you could make your own, but I figured that you had to, like, be sponsored by a company or something to have your games out there. And so I hope that answered the question. Now that I have my own YouTube, and I, you know, have met so many friends through YouTube, and you know, so many great people, so many creative people, so many, you know, inspiring people. There's a lot of them that are inspiring to me, and it makes me want to keep going. And then, you know, getting such sweet comments about, you know, my channel and everything. I know it's very hard to be a female gamer, but it makes me want to keep going, and makes me want to keep making you guys smile. So that's it for this Q&A. If you guys have any questions, please, you know, put them below, and I want to make a third video. I actually want to keep this series going of the questions and stuff. I love answering your questions. I love, you know, when you guys have something to ask. It lets us kind of bond. It, you know, lets you guys get to see the person behind the games, or behind, you know, behind the screen. Me. But yeah, it lets you guys get to know more about me, and when I can meet all of you and whatnot. Like, I do conventions a lot. And if you see me, like, at the grocery store, or, you know, out in public somewhere or at a convention, please just come up to me and be like, hey, what's up? You know, so that's going to be all for this Q&A. If you haven't seen the first one, I will definitely put that below, down here somewhere in the annotation. You guys can go check that out. Maybe it'll give you ideas for more questions, I don't know. But yeah, so I will definitely see you guys later, and if you like the video, definitely click that like button and check out, subscribe to the channel. I put out new videos every day, Monday through Friday. So there's always new content swirling around here, and I hope it makes you guys smile at least once a day. So until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye!